What up, everybody? Currently in the middle of getting this car prepped because I'm going driving with Odie this weekend. We're gonna do some more training. So literally just doing stuff right now. Gonna pull off the intake manifold, do the oil pressure sensor because I think that it's a piece of junk. Tino's in the middle of working on this thing where he's actually building a cart so we can drop the chassis on it without having to like use the jack and be all sketchy, because this thing's gonna be on and off the lift a bunch over the next month, like between these two cars. So yeah, just normal shop stuff, getting to it. Black hands. The oil pressure sensor, I think, has been like fluctuating weirdly, so it's pretty simple. It's right back there. We move the intake manifold forward, put a new sensor, not even a new one, but like an old one, so I just need help putting this back. Let's do it. Literally, that's the difference of me stressing out the entire time at Winter Jam because stupid auto parts store oil pressure sending unit put an old, used, crusty actual AC Delco one in from like some blown up LS1, and it's perfect and it shows correct oil pressure.
So as of right now, we're doing some more shop shit, making some attachments for the chassis dolly because it gets a little sketchy putting the C6 back on the back on the lift, and then from the lift to the chassis dolly, and we're gonna make it a lot easier now. I'm gonna put the 1.5 inch tube across, and then 2 little dicks going up to the subframe right here, so that way it holds it up. And then for the back, we're gonna be making some, it'll be tube extensions to like a flat plate, which will bolt into to the old heat shield. Not to the heat shield. All right, let's get to it. All right, just got done trimming the tube so it can fit between 1 3/4 inch tube. Gonna tack it on. There's a little gap right there. Gonna tack it on and then get center of tube and then mark mark where it needs to be at. Hang on, I'm gonna blind myself. All right, so the tubes are welded. Got them both welded, not the prettiest welds. Not a cage. It's just to hold the car, see if it's still leveled. Why is Don yelling? All right, well, it's not leveled anymore. I think if I turn the wheel, turn the casters, it might level itself. Come on, let's see. Oh, there you go. See, now it's leveled. Got Matt's C6 right here, his demo car. Oh, it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. Time to weld her up, bud. Oh. All right, so I finished the front on the chassis dolly. It's all done over there. Now I'm moving to the rear. Already got it tacked up and cut. It's not super like gangster or anything. It's just, you know, basic. Probably should brace it up on the bottom, but oh well. About to weld her up. That was quiet too. God damn it. What you got here?
Pretty stoked about this. I've been bugging Dan, the owner of Part Shop Max, for like 3 months now that I want triple adjustables on this car, the same as the race car. This thing has the first like prototype, very first ever single adjustable shock for like a street car, because what's on the race car is long travel and different and everything else. So this is just like made for street car stuff that doesn't have long travel and need like 10 inches of wheel travel, but they are triple adjustable. Yeah, reservoir, high speed, low speed compression, rebound up at the top. This is what makes it different from the race car, because the race car we just have like the traditional 4-bolt bearing that goes on here. That's on like the most S chassis, top hats and all of that. But on this, this is how it bolts to a stock chassis, where my race car has a modified chassis. So it's nice to be able to keep it stock. Ooh, and the multi-cellular bump stops, stacking them there. Yes. I want to see the rears.
Trying to make sure my nose doesn't whistle.
Oh my god.
I'm like,
you got a whistle tip?
Yep, got a whistle tip. Woo woo! Oh, are they extra long so we could mount them on the inside?
No, they're not even that long.
Oh, Dan.
God damn it. Oh, the springs are long. 10 kg rears, 20 kg fronts with helpers. Yeah. Same spring race that I run on the race car. Same exact setup. Ooh, and it's double swivel too. Ooh. Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Look at them things.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta get it going for the gram, you know what I mean?
Do it for the gram.
What I am going to do now is pull the single adjustable shocks off. You can see them up in there. It's a little bit dirty. I still haven't even washed it from Winter Jam. But pull the single adjustables off and then mount up the ride height and the preload and all of that so that the changeover is as seamless as possible. I'm gonna handle that. I have found that the easiest way to take the shocks off, especially with this Max upper arm, is to just pull it. So I loosened the bolt already here, and you can see this like just totally flops back out of the way. Then when you get these bolts off, the shock can like fadangle out of there. It's just a little bit easier, so make sure you do that. I'm gonna loosen up these now. These are 13s, and then the main shock bolt down here, this is a 24, and then I will lift the shock out. So now I just gotta, boom. First gen, look, it's all like hand welded and stuff, where these are all actually broken out by a machine. So now I'm gonna size them up, make sure I get all my lengths and my preload set exactly the same. That way it makes this a seamless changeover. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shorten that a little bit. Change this. Be good. I got the rear shocks all set up. I got the ride height all dialed in, as close to those ones as I could possibly get it. And before I put the shocks up, I went ahead and adjusted the rebound and the compression so that it matches basically what I have for the competition car. This is the rebound of the shock, and then you have here high speed and low speed. So here I went ahead and labeled it high speed for that 13 mil, and then this is low speed, just so I don't forget, because that's been known to happen, get confused on that. This got it pretty much halfway up in there, and then I kind of had a thought because realistically, the only way to get to this is by lowering the shock or drilling a hole in here. So I'm kind of contemplating if I should drill a hole now into the inside of the car. That way when I need to adjust my rebound, I have the opportunity to. So I've just kind of left it, but I don't know, might drill a hole. Gotta think. Here, I drilled a hole and I have a cap, and then the rebound adjuster, I'll be able to get right through here to adjust the rebound in the top of the shock. So now I just gotta do the other side.
Getting in the hole.
So you cheesed it?
Yeah, look at this thing.
What we got here?
Missed the hole and put it next to it.
Oh, somebody, it's probably Ripper, dude.
Yeah.
Ripper probably had no clue what he was doing.
I can't get in the hole.
Okay, so Tino is gonna work on the truck. I don't know if you guys know, but I just bought this truck. I bought it from my buddy Ripper at Full Pull Transport, knowing that the water pump needed to be replaced. Fortunately, it's super easy on these trucks, so we're gonna get to that. I got a bunch of tires to do. I'm gonna be putting some 265 Falcon 615Ks on there. I ran 295s at Winter Jam. I just had them on there from the race car, but this is the proper size tire for a 500 horsepower car. Not much more to do on that. Finish up the shocks, rotors, but yeah, let's see if this guy knows what he's doing. He tells me he knows how to work on trucks, but I don't fucking believe it. No way, dude.
Yeah,
no
I do.
way. No way.
Okay, mouth.
P-boy! Hey boy, keep working. So yeah, my brake pads, they were pretty destroyed. Check this out. Straight metal on metal. Yep. I mean, I knew they were bad, but I was just like, it's a drift car, whatever. These things are straight ridged. Oh. Come on. Come on. Hey. So we got Andy over here. He's showing me how to actually compress the piston in a caliper, because I was just trying to use vice grips. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm really not a good mechanic. Like, not a mechanic. Not good at all. Like, I can work on some race cars and I can do some fab shit, but like when it comes to doing stuff like that, like I just don't do it, because I never let my brakes go like this. Never, ever, ever. I change them way before they get to this, but you know, sometimes you need a real mechanic to show you what to do. Let's see this thing. Look at this fucking tool, man. We got a whole kit too. Didn't even know we had that. Okay, got the truck done. Water pump is not leaking. Got the car finished. Front suspension is on, rear suspension is on, and now we're in the middle of doing tires. Literally the worst part about drifting is having to mount your own tires. Worst part. Absolutely worst part. But Tino's gonna wipe this thing down. I'm gonna get going on tires, and then this is everything that we're bringing right here. Pretty, trying to keep it simple. You know, jack, there's the tools with all the toolbox, some spare parts. Oh yeah, and we're definitely gonna bring the pit bike. So I'm gonna get to it, bust some tires. Okay, trailer picked up, stuff put outside, car outside, time to load. Let's do it. We are all loaded up. Car's in the trailer, tires in. You can see we have to back the Corvette in because it's literally that wide, like the tires. Front tires do not go in between the wheel wells, but we're ready to go. We're gonna leave tomorrow in the late afternoon, probably around noon or something, to head down to Odie's house, providing it's not completely snowed in, and stay the night over there, and then wake up bright and early and hit Willow Springs. So stoked for that. You drifting, yeah! Tino and I are currently en route to Odie's house. We're driving Willow Springs tomorrow. So something that like Odie and I kind of have worked together. We did Grange before, we've done Willow Springs before. Both of them are fairly cheap, convenient. They're almost always open to drive. So we're gonna go down and stay the night at Odie's house. Oh, oh, oh! This truck is rough, dude. Dodge 5500, suspension non-existent. Oh. All right. Blown. Gonna replace that soon. Sweet. Okay, we made it to Odie's shop. Pretty stoked. Look at this, check this out. There's straight snow on the ground here. Whoo! We're just gonna check out his S15 a little bit and then probably head back to the house, enjoy a beer, and get up early in the morning. We're headed to Willow Springs. They're gonna leave his house at 7, puts us to the truck 8:30. So yeah, have you guys seen Odie's daily? Look at this thing. Look at this daily. So dope.
Yeah, we fixed it, man.
Yeah, it's good now. Oh, this is Odie's shop. I'm sure you guys have seen it, obviously. Boom, the S15. You guys have no idea how happy I am that Odie's building himself a nice car. Because you guys might think that that thing's pretty nice and pretty sweet, but it's really a fucking turd. Like, it's a turd, but I mean, it works.
in 2012.
Yeah, it's like my S14. Like, you guys all think my S14 is pretty nice? No, it's a fucking turd. So this will be a nice car, and I'm stoked for him about that. Odie just asked if we've seen this. Of course we saw it. That's the first thing we did when we walked in, was comment on his Cool Shirt Systems bucket.
This nice Arc Performance hood, super dry and clean.
Oh my god. Fix it? Nah. Bucket. Oh, now it's probably overfilled. This guy over here, he's been driving his car around for like a week with no power steering fluid in it.
No, dude, last time we drove this was in Vegas.
So it's been sitting for that long with no power.
I did drive it yesterday and it had no power steering.
And you didn't even think to look at the level?
There's not a big puddle. Look at that puddle. It's tiny.
I mean, half of it's probably at the hotel parking lot in Vegas. All right, let me fire this thing up.
Oh, you can actually see it. It's not sucking it down anymore. No. It's bubbling.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sounds like a Ford Ranger. It sounds horrible. You know what I'm talking about too, right?
Oh, they all sound the same, yeah. You gotta rev it up to get power steering back.
I think it'll be fine, dude.
All right, that's good, that's good.
Hold on, one last little fix.
One more time. One more time.
All right, dude, let's roll. Let's take this sweet little daily home. Let's do it.
All right, get in the back.
Shotgun, bro.
Get in the back.
Get your fucking young little ass in the back. There's an old men's, dude. Old men in the front. These kids. Damn, dude, you got a sub in here? Look at the mood lighting. Yo, I bet these shoes, they're still in here from Vegas. Watch when we ask them.
Yes, they're still.
Oh my god. Gross. Yeah. My Corvette had fitment, dude. Come on. With the 295s, it was looking good.
Nah, like rim poking out.
Oh.
No, I can't. Whoa.
Oh god, look at this guy.
Whoa,
What a drift. What a drifter.
All the grip.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Look at this place has straight ice. Woohoo!
This thing feels like an S2000, like gutless. But S2000 with the VTEC broken.
With the VTEC broken. Well, we're on the way to the shop. We're gonna pick up the trucks and then head to Willow Springs. Oh, it's early.
It's not that early.
This is probably the earliest this kid has been awake in his entire life.
No.
We woke him up at what? 6:50.
Yeah, the sun was already out.
Yeah, and he's never been awake this early in his life.
Yeah, I was up at 3, so I was up pretty early.
No,